This is your girl T.S. Madison, and I'm coming to you loud, live, and in color from the Outlaws Podcast. Let me tell you something. I've got the voice. My podcast, the one they never saw coming. Each week, I sit down with the culture creators and scroll stoppers. Tina knows. Lil Nas X. Will we ever see a dating show? My next ex.
That's actually cute, though.
And Chaperone.
I was dropped in 2020, working the drive-thru, and here we are now.
Listen, make sure you tell Beyonce.
I'm going right on the phone and call her.
Listen to Outlaws with T.S. Madison on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts, honey.
I want you to ask yourself right now, how am I actually doing? Because it's a question that we rarely ask ourselves. All of May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month, and on the psychology of your 20s, we are taking a vulnerable look at why mental health is so hard to talk about. Prepare for our conversations to go deep.
I spent the majority of my teenage years and my 20s just feeling absolutely terrified.
So this Mental Health Awareness Month, open the free iHeartRadio app, search the psychology of your 20s, and listen now.
I know a lot of cops, and they get asked all the time, have you ever had to shoot your gun? Sometimes the answer is yes. But there's a company dedicated to a future where the answer will always be no. This is Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated.
I get right back there, and it's bad.
Listen to Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
In 2020, a group of young women found themselves in an AI-fueled nightmare.
Someone was posting photos. It was just me naked. Well, not me, but me with someone else's body parts.
This is Levittown, a new podcast from iHeart Podcasts, Bloomberg, and Kaleidoscope about the rise of deepfake pornography and the battle to stop it. Listen to Levittown on Bloomberg's Big Take podcast. Find it on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Sam Mullins, and I've got a new podcast coming out called Go Boy, the gritty true story of how one man fought his way out of some of the darkest places imaginable.
Roger Caron was 16 when first convicted.
Has spent 24 of those years in jail.
But when Roger Caron picked up a pen and paper, he went from an ex-con to a literary darling. From Campside Media and iHeart Podcasts, listen to Go Boy on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Second date update.
We've been doing these calls for a while now and found it's not unusual for a woman to bring one of her friends along with her on a first date.
Yeah. I mean, it's normally unusual. Yeah, normally you tell someone beforehand that you're gonna.
Well, depending where she sits at the place too.
That's the thing. Sometimes they're upfront about it and just very open. Sometimes, though, they keep it a secret, where they have them hide somewhere in a nearby booth or inside of a decorative plant, spying with binoculars to make sure everything's kosher.
I'm sure you won't get noticed then.
Yeah. So
what's that giant plant doing in this McDonald's?
Why is it moving? So we definitely heard that before. But is it unusual if the friend that she brings with her is a guy?
Oh, man.
Because apparently that happened to one of our listeners recently. Leo, is that true? Your date showed up with another dude?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wow.
That can't, I mean, I have guy best friends. Like,
yeah, me too.
You know, that could be fine. Did she tell you beforehand that was what was going to happen?
No, actually, yeah.
Okay,
and by the way, Brooke has hooked up with almost all of her guy best friends, so I don't know if it's a great thing.
That's because you got to just try it out and see if that's how you like each other, and then you're like, nah, that didn't work.
Brooke's like, you're bringing a friend, that's just another target.
Okay, run us through how this all happened. Like, start with how you met her.
So, I met this girl, Christy. It's this bike club. It's like a group on Facebook, and it's just people get together and we ride every couple weekends. And
that's cool.
I started talking to her. Yeah, no, it's actually awesome. And I've met a lot of people, but I met Christy and I just really liked her and I asked her out.
Cute.
Okay.
What a great way to ask somebody out too. Like you already have shared interests.
Yeah, no, and she's amazing. I was so excited.
Okay.
And I show up and she's there, but she's sitting at the table with this other guy.
Oh.
And she's like, oh, yeah, this is David.
Oh.
Huh.
No official title for David or distinction, not my brother or my friend
or my parole officer or what it is.
Legally has to be here.
Yeah.
How was the vibe between them? Did you feel like they had chemistry? Did it feel friendly? Did it feel sexual?
Good question.
I mean, they were definitely really comfortable with each other.
Okay, you maybe couldn't tell then. All right.
This is my first thought. Is either she is in a open relationship and thought you maybe knew? Could that be it?
Well, did not get a heads up by any means on that.
Okay.
And, like, don't get me wrong, like, David's a nice guy, but, like, there would be moments where they would just talk with each other or make, obviously, like, inside jokes that I
You
didn't
stayed
get.
for the whole
That's
dinner?
what I was going to ask.
I paid for the dinner.
You paid for yourself, for Christy, and for David?
It seemed like he was just part of the package, and I'm still not sure how to unpack that.
That's true. I think I could see why naturally you're like, I'm on a date. I offered to pay, so I'll pay for whoever.
Weird of a guy friend, though, to be okay. Like, why would a guy friend want to sit in on you on a date?
Yeah.
You know?
But that's why I feel like they really could be besties. Like, truly.
My best guy friends would tell me that's weird.
I get it that, like, women want to make sure that there's someone around, and, like, I can understand that, but I was just so shocked that it was this guy.
Well, yeah.
And typically it's like you want security if it's somebody you've never met before. You've already met this person. You meet up with them once a month during a bike club. Like, you should
I'd like
have
to
some
say that
rapport.
I think I gave a pretty good impression that I'm not a serial killer, but I respect that boundary.
So wait, did you ever find out who he was?
No.
Yeah, like, how did the date end?
No, okay, so we were there for like an hour and a half. We did flirt. Like, we all had, like, collective conversation.
Oh, so you were flirting with David, too, not just with Christy.
Good, man. Make her jealous.
I mean, I wasn't going to be rude, but it was so weird that when I left, I sort of just almost jokingly, like, reached out and gave them both a group hug.
Wait, you together?
Well, they were going to leave together, so I just hugged them both.
That's a good move.
Wow.
I actually like that.
I was like, we should all hang out again sometime, and I don't know why the hell I said that.
You handled it so well.
Yeah, because if that is her bestie, then he'll be like, oh, he was a nice guy. He hugged us both.
Yeah. Or you just friend zoned yourself.
Yeah?
Maybe.
But that's the risk you take when you're on a triple date you weren't planning on.
That's true. That's true.
So where are we at now with you and Christy?
So, yeah, all right. So the way I handled that gets me into this situation where I'm the one that's not responding, and she has been calling me and texting me, and they wants to know when we should all hang out together. And I don't know why I said it, but now I'm like, I really don't want to hang out with David.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, you gave him a hug. Like, you basically let him on.
I feel like she's setting you up with him right now.
What do you want us to do?
My goal is to have a one-on-one date with her. That's what I wanted originally, and I don't know if that's even possible anymore.
So you want, with our call here, for us to surgically remove David from the situation and have it just be a one-on-one with you and Christy.
Cut him out of it.
Okay.
In the most respectful way possible, we need to figure out how to convince her to do that.
David's got to go.
I mean, nothing on David.
No, he's a cool dude, but I don't want to hang out. I don't want to date David.
Okay. But he's really handsome, though, right?
No comment. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Because the more handsome he is, the harder this is going to be. We're going to find out when we call Christy and try and get you your second date update coming up right after this. Hold on.
Second date update.
In the dating world, it can be hard to get just one person wanting to hang out with you. But our listener, Leo, is a lucky man who has interest from two people at the same time.
You're kind of framing it weird.
Let's go.
That's the situation. One is his date, Christy. The other is the random dude that Christy came to the restaurant with that night named David.
Yeah. We can't even say friend because I guess we didn't get closure on
That's
it.
the thing. We don't know. Is David her friend, her brother, her lover, her stepdad?
Okay.
We don't really know. That was never made clear the entire night.
But David got a free meal.
Hey.
David did.
And potentially met the stepdad?
It's possible. The thing is, it's awkward because Christy's been asking if all three of them can hang out together again, but Leo isn't really up for that. He wants to cut David out of the picture.
Yeah, look at that, David.
So that's why he's asked us for help today.
You're not David.
No.
You're Leo. Sorry.
Brooke's
Too many men.
excited for all the
This
guys.
is why I can't juggle more than one at a time.
She wants to flirt with both of you.
Yeah.
You don't seem as
You didn't even
excited as we
consider
are.
the stepdad option, did you?
I think it's so wild you went through an entire dinner and you still couldn't figure out how David was connected to your friend Christy, your date Christy.
I know, like, it was awkward, and I just didn't know how to play that.
It's a little weird, like, so who are you? You know, I kind of get it. You're just going with the flow, hoping.
Avoid conflict.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear how David feels about the group hug.
That's right. They did have the three-way hug.
Yeah.
So they're at least
Initiated
connected.
by our boy Leo.
Yeah, out of panic, it sounded like more than anything. But
No, I didn't know what to do. I did panic a little. It was weird.
Group hugs are not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I think you handled it
I cannot
okay.
wait for this call.
But we're going to try and help you out just to get a date with only Christy, if she's even up for that. I don't know.
Now,
that
if
might not
she's
be her
not,
style.
is only David an option?
No, I don't think he's into that.
No offense, but no.
No
Gotcha.
offense taken.
Okay.
Everybody has their own likes.
Yeah, but Christy might take offense. So let's call her and see how she feels about it. Hopefully she picks up. But here we go.
Hello?
Hey, is this Christy?
Yeah?
Oh.
Hey, Christy.
Hey.
How you doing today?
Good morning.
You're on a radio show right now called Brooke and Jeffery in the Morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm confused. What?
I know.
That's okay. We're doing a segment right now called the Second Date Update. We're calling on behalf of one of our listeners and friends of the show that you went out with recently named Leo.
Yeah, Leo. I mean, I've been texting Leo.
Right. We heard a little bit about your hangout, and I don't know the right way to say
I
this.
mean, this is different than we normally do.
It is different.
Because we know that you're interested in seeing him again.
He said that there's been communication about setting up another hangout between you, Leo, and the other guy that was there that night named David.
It was a fun night. I mean,
it sounded like it.
Totally. There's a little bit of a question mark, though, around, basically what's going on.
I love that Jeff has to do this.
Well, it's like,
why is it so hard?
Well, we're trying to figure out what the dynamic is between the three of you.
right. Okay. Well, I'll explain it. But first, do you think there's any way you can help me convince Leo to go out with me again? I mean, I really liked him, and I kind of thought he liked me too.
Yes.
Well, yes.
Yep.
With you, I don't think we'll have any problem getting him to agree to go out with you.
Honestly, I think it's sold.
The problem that Leo has is with the David part.
No, he has to go out with me and David.
What?
Yeah.
What are you guys, a package or something?
Why is it so important that it has to be all three of you going out at once?
Actually, it's more than three of us. There's a fourth.
What?
Hold on.
What the heck?
Wait.
There's more.
This is a love square now?
Well, but they're not all connected. The guys aren't connected. So it's just,
is it another guy or is it a girl?
Okay, so it is another guy, but it's not what you think.
What?
I don't even know what guy.
Yeah, please, you got to clear this up for us, Christy. We're really confused.
Because it has to be what we think.
No, it really isn't. Okay, so the third guy, the fourth person, he was actually filming secretly. He was filming our date.
Getting worse. Continue.
Wait.
Yeah, that's
filming
Filming,
the date?
filming where?
In the restaurant, too. He was just at another table, kind of pretending he wasn't doing what he was doing.
Okay, what's the point of that?
Yeah, why?
Because I am really doing well on TikTok right now, and there's this trend. It's called 2 dates, 1 night.
2 dates, one
2
night.
dates, 1 night. Like a challenge?
Yeah, 2 date, 1 night challenge.
So wait, so you set up a date with David and set up a date with Leo at the same time, all for TikTok?
Yeah, and it's doing really, really well. My video, it's totally going viral.
But it's all for clout.
Why
so
didn't
is
you?
it authentic? You didn't like these guys?
Why didn't you tell him?
Because then it wouldn't be legit. I mean, everyone would know it was staged.
Oh, no.
So part of the challenge is going on a date with 2 guys at the same time and neither of them knows about it.
Yeah, but I'm interested in both. I like both.
So wait, that means in the comments section, they must be voting for who they like the most.
Oh, my God.
I kind of into this now.
Exactly. There's so many people voting.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Well-
Are you some, wizard that you're able to get these 2 guys to stay? That's insane.
Brooke, be careful. Your jealousy is showing.
No, I think that's crazy.
Okay.
You must be so lovely and such a personable, charismatic person in order to convince 2 dudes to hang around.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm not bad looking.
Okay.
Oh my God. And everyone had a fun night, they said. Yeah.
I don't know if Leo's having as much fun, though, listening
still on the line.
and hearing all of this because, Christy, you should know Leo is on the phone right now.
God, and she's not even videotaping, Jeff.
Well, we're recording this for our podcast.
You know,
so
you just ruined my TikTok.
Okay, look,
Yeah, we were so
I'm
worried.
sorry. I apologize for that. But
We may post a clip of this on our TikTok.
Leo, man, are you still there?
I'm just trying to process what I just heard.
Oh, buddy.
I didn't know what to expect. It was weird to begin with, but this was like, I'm honestly weirdly impressed in a way. But
Okay.
I feel like I went through the same emotions.
And Brooke said that. Yeah, she's impressed too.
so this is all a social media thing?
Yes, but I do like you.
She likes that you get her lots of views.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Social experiment.
I mean, what were you going to do at the second date with Leo and David again? Like,
That's the best thing is to have a part 2 of your video.
no, but like, was that going to be the big reveal? Was that when you were going to tell him?
No, I was going to do a sequel first, obviously.
Yeah. The part she was going to reveal at the double marriage when they're both on the altar at the same time. By the way, guys, this is all on TikTok.
They still don't know who each other are.
Who will show up at the wedding? We'll see when the doors open.
Yeah. If I'm Leo, I would question whether or not your feelings were valid.
Yeah.
That's fair, but we did go on a date. It was a good time, and I do like him.
Oh, my God. Yeah, but if the tables were turned and you showed up to a dude and he had another girl sitting there.
Well, that's different. I mean, it's different when you're a girl.
Yeah, because she's hot, Brooke, remember?
Yeah, that's probably it.
That voids every other rule in the book. So, Leo, you've been listening here. You've kind of heard what Christy has to say. Do you believe her?
I don't think it's that I don't believe you. I don't understand what this is or why you would do it.
Yeah,
like you were,
Leo, all of social media is hard to understand why things are the way that they are and why things get popular. It
This
doesn't
feels
make
like-
any sense.
This feels like explaining any TikTok trend to Jeff right
Exactly.
now.
It's just crazy and weird and people want to watch it. So we would like to arrange that second meetup if you're still open to it, Leo.
We're only paying for one plate.
Wait, why are we asking him?
Well, things have changed because now that Leo knows more about the whole situation and the motives, I think it's only fair since he's our listener to get the okay from him first.
Oh, for
that's
sure.
respectable.
I
I
just
like
can't
that,
believe
Jeff.
you'd want to.
Well, let's find out. So, Leo, I'm just going to go ahead and ask you, would you be willing to go out again with Christy or Christy and David or maybe just David?
Come on, there's options, Jeff.
I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can work a
Yeah,
triangle.
is-
Camera guy, don't forget about him.
Is there any interest on the other side?
that's not going to work. Not for me, no.
Okay.
Darn.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm a little disappointed, and I don't want this to sound weird. It's kind of awkward, but do you know anyone that looks like you?
Oh,
That'd be interested.
no.
my God.
Wait for the video?
It's really doing well.
You can't trick the Leo fans.
Yeah, you're right.
You're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Who does that?
I'm crazy? Yeah, I'll be crazy famous pretty soon, so you missed out.
Oh, man.
I think famous and infamous are two different things.
Still, Leo, you're going to look back at this call as the moment that both of your ones got away.
I think that doesn't add to it too, right?
One of the
I don't know.
I don't know how it works either.
David does owe me dinner, though.
Yeah, he does.
Call him next.
I would watch that TikTok video for sure.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
Well, that was unexpected.
Wow.
Yeah.
The two-
Honestly, I feel like there's so many other options that would have been better.
Yeah.
Better answers. for
Couldn't
who
have
he
predicted the 2 dates, 1 night TikTok challenge.
And
was
where's
the reason.
David? Where's David's outrage at this? Is he just going along with it all?
Does he know?
I think
Exactly.
maybe he appreciates all the fame that he's getting from TikTok.
No, I feel like he doesn't know.
I think he's out there wondering who the hell Leo is.
Maybe.
Yeah,
That's
man.
possible.
He listens.
Also, I'm kind of offended that none of us have been involved in a 2 dates, 1 night TikTok challenge. Where is our invites to be in one?
Literally don't date.
You
so.
can DM Jeff.
You could have been in one and you don't know it.
Yeah, Jeff,
Oh,
wait a minute. You're
maybe-
the culprit.
Oh, yeah, I should go check out the For You page and see if I'm on it. But look, I understand Leo's stance. It's just sometimes I think you need to put your standards and your self-respect to the side.
Wait, you're saying he should have gone out with them?
Yes, in the name of social media infamy, it's a small price to pay.
Clout?
Yeah, it says the guy who barely posts a picture of his dog.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jeff, you could be famous online right now and you wouldn't know.
I could be famous, but I don't feel like it right now.
No, that's what it is.
That's where I stand.
That's good.
I'll be there one day, though.
Okay.
And you could be in a nice throuple or maybe in just like a one-on-one relationship if that's what you want.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Exactly. Email the show. We'll call that person who's not calling you back, and go check out all of our Second Date podcasts wherever you get yours at Brooke and Jeffery.
This is your girl T.S. Madison, and I'm coming to you loud, live, and in color from the Outlaws podcast. Let me tell you something. I've got the voice. My podcast, the one they never saw coming. Each week, I sit down with the culture creators and scroll stoppers. Tina knows. Lil Nas X. Will we ever see a dating show? My next ex.
That's actually cute, though.
And Chapel Rome.
I was dropped in 2020, working the drive-thru, and here we are now.
Listen, make sure you tell Beyonce.
I'm going right on the phone and call her.
Listen to Outlaws with T.S. Madison on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts, honey.
I want you to ask yourself right now, how am I actually doing? Because it's a question that we rarely ask ourselves. All of May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month, and on the psychology of your 20s, we are taking a vulnerable look at why mental health is so hard to talk about. Prepare for our conversations to go deep.
I spent the majority of my teenage years and my 20s just feeling absolutely terrified.
So this Mental Health Awareness Month, open the free iHeartRadio app, search the psychology of your 20s, and listen now.
I know a lot of cops, and they get asked all the time, have you ever had to shoot your gun? Sometimes the answer is yes. But there's a company dedicated to a future where the answer will always be no. This is Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated.
I get right back there, and it's bad.
Listen to Absolute Season 1, Taser Incorporated on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
In 2020, a group of young women found themselves in an AI-fueled nightmare.
Someone was posting photos. It was just me naked. Well, not me, but me with someone else's body parts.
This is Levittown, a new podcast from iHeart Podcasts, Bloomberg, and Kaleidoscope about the rise of deepfake pornography and the battle to stop it. Listen to Levittown on Bloomberg's Big Take podcast. Find it on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Sam Mullins, and I've got a new podcast coming out called Go Boy, the gritty true story of how one man fought his way out of some of the darkest places imaginable.
Roger Caron was 16 when first convicted.
Has spent 24 of those years in jail.
But when Roger Caron picked up a pen and paper, he went from an ex-con to a literary darling. From Campside Media and iHeart Podcasts, listen to Go Boy on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.